A little, one of nature's jewels, I think. A really beautiful thing is the golden beetroot. We're also going to be putting striped beetroot, so they're not really that deep sort of purple beetroot colour.
Continuing the multicoloured theme, Ed grates in his pumpkin.
Now these beautiful golden, look at these. These colours are going to be lovely. And someone that admires colour is certainly going to admire this cake. Right, in it goes. Oh, this is actually, I'm getting quite excited about this because I think it's perfect for the whole kind of Lambeth vibe.
But cakes need flour and a few other vital ingredients.
It's a good old pinch of mixed spice. We've got bicarbonate soda, 1, 2. A pinch of salt. So we've got 4 eggs. There we go. Now this is about getting as much air into this sponge as I possibly can by making this very, very light. And just introducing, I've got a touch of caster sugar to just help the eggs and help them rise and stiffen them all up. And it's one of those things that you do until you think it's done enough, and then you do a bit more. We want a nice bit of orange zest into this mix. A bit more of that.
Liking the look of this cake.
Well, you can't have it.
One will go.
Orange works well with so many things. It works beautifully.
Cheer up, Val. Anyone would think you've messed up. Oh, yeah. Ed adds orange juice, flour-coated rum-soaked sultanas and golden syrup to his flour mix. Then he folds in the grated veg and the eggs.
And just little by little.
But it's like déjà vu.
In my haste, I'd left the butter in the fridge.
Ed forgot to add an egg to his roulade for the Otley show, and now he's forgotten the butter for his cake. Luckily, it's easily rectified by melting it before mixing it in.
Right. Apart from there being an insect in there, which is not great, and to ensure that insect doesn't end up in my cake, I'm going to sift it through. There we are. There he is. Good. I'm now going to fold the butter very gently into this batter.
They may be opponents in competition, but with one disaster after another, they're helping each other out.
We have air, we have butter, we have cake.
Yeah, let me turn that round.
Ed's learned from Val's misfortune, so he's added a water-filled baking tray to create steam in the oven and increase the temperature.
That's it, that's it. See what happens now, let's just sit back and wait.
And now it's Val's last chance for a Lambeth Show entry.
I'm kind of willing this cake to behave. I'm sending it messages.
This time, Val's not taking any chances and gets a second opinion.
They're done. They're done. Yeah. Right.
Whilst Val's cake's cool, Ed's splashing his with a syrupy glaze.
Bit there. Try and get some in these holes. I'm now going to make this fantastic frosting.
Ed's easy-peasy topping is made by mixing egg whites and icing sugar, bit by bit.
Get the whiz going. I'm going to put it over a bowl of hot water, and we're going to keep going with this until it becomes a peaking, lovely, cooked, creamy meringue. It's done.
Then he creams butter, a smidgen of sugar, and mixes in cream cheese.
I'm going to put the buttercream over my loaf. Tiny bit of orange zest on the top. That's my entry to the Lambeth show tomorrow. And I'm going to go and watch Val now finish off his masterpiece.
Over to you, Val.
You may commence.
Okay, this is my apple and cream cheese mix. I really want the middle to be generously filled. Run Mr. Kipling out of town. It's not so bad.
Let's hope Judge Margaret's more positive, eh?
There is my courgette and caraway cake with an apple and cream cheese filling and some toasted oats on the top.
And Val's valiant effort will cozy up against Ed's spiced pumpkin and beetroot cake, ready for judging at the Lambeth show tomorrow morning.
I don't think it's a winner, but I did my best.
That's all you can do. Now it's time to take it easy, ready for their big day. Roll up, roll up, roll up. It's the Lambeth Country Show. This two-day affair is the pinnacle of the South London summer social scene.
We come to the Lambeth Country Show every year and kind of extremely jealous of other people's amazing sculptures.
It's one of the capital's only country shows, so swarms of Londoners gather to enjoy the event and take part in its 85 competitions, from vegetable figures to a dish of soft fruits.
What's happening is it's a nice size, but they've left the stalks off, so they're disqualified.
Judging can be cutthroat, and for Ed and Val, it's all about the flower tent. Today, locals have submitted over 300 entries. Ed and Val's own recipe vegetable garden cake judge is Margaret Stone, who, along with her husband, has been blitzing competitions for 35 years.
We enter vegetables, fruit, flowers, plants, cacti, needlecraft.
There's not much he doesn't do. For the garden cake, Margaret's looking for good texture, presentation and flavour, which goes for jams too.
Extremely sharp. Not sufficient sugar in that.
Ed and Val are not only in a jam with their judge, but they've got 10 competitors. Pam's been coming to the show for 18 years, and a garden cake is just one of her 5 entries.
I've entered my own choice vegetable cake, which actually is a loaf, a courgette and almond tea loaf, so that should be quite tasty.
And both Ben and his brother Josh are vying for a prize by combining chocolate and beetroot in each of their cakes.
It took quite a long time melting the chocolate and then recrafting it, and I had to dry the beetroot off a bit on top.
There's a lot riding on this one. It was all about teamwork yesterday, but today they're bitter rivals, and it's going to be a race to the finish line.
Very gently. Really don't want to trip up now.
Ed and Val have just 45 minutes to present their cakes ready for judging.
Is this garden cake? See, beetroot. There's one with beetroots all over it there.
There we go. Look at these. Good, 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 good. So, yeah, this is no walk in the park. Excuse the pun. Okay, everyone's taking this quite seriously. Oh, there we go. Okay, all right. So, class 80, entrant number 10.
Cakes benched and exhibitors' cards placed. Time to check out the competition.
That looks delicious. I mean, they all look great. Is that your very splendid looking courgette cake?
That one.
That one there.
Philip has entered the baking competition here for about 8 years and has won 4 times.
There weren't that many cakes on the table, and that looks like a pretty amazing cake.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it's going to taste like though.
Every single courgette cake that's come in has risen so much better than mine.
There's another one.
Or whatever it's called.
Huge category.
She's going to get a pint.
Looks like you might need it. Time's up, and the tent is closed for anonymous judging. Ed's spiced pumpkin and beetroot and Val's courgette and caraway cakes are now left to try and tempt Margaret's taste buds. Like most shows, our chefs have a nail-biting 2-hour wait before the results are revealed. And there's so much to see, and more importantly, to taste.
That is so fine.
And as usual, Ed and Val have headed to the drinks tent.
Oh, Val. And I don't want to be greedy, but I have one of those while Val has his little soups on.
Oh, not sure that's enough for those boys. Back in the competition tent, Margaret's son Robert assists her as she assesses an array of preserves, breads and cakes. And with this many entries, she has to be ruthless.
At the moment, I'm not going to taste that because I don't think that'll be a contender.
Margaret's got 12 garden cakes to judge, and one of the first is Val's. So, what do you reckon, Margaret?
Courgette and caraway cake. Ooh. It feels heavy. It's not cooked enough. It's a bit stodgy.
Oh dear.
Courgette is a watery vegetable, so it's going to make the cake more moist. But the butter icing is lovely, apple butter icing.
Could do with another 6 minutes. It's not looking promising, but will Ed do any better?
That is lovely. That is a new one on me. Pumpkin and beetroot, but that is very, very nice. You can see the layer of pumpkin on the bottom, but doesn't feel stodgy.
Hurrah, it's looking good for Ed, but Margaret's still got to taste Ben's beetroot and chocolate cake.
The chocolate overpowers the beetroot, actually. It's very moist. It's very rich, so if you are a chocoholic, you'd love it.
But will Ben's elusive little brother Josh beat him?
Now that one is lovely. Nice flavouring, nice light texture. You can see it's a fluffy texture. It's very good, that one.
Lambert's Country Show veteran Pam is next.
It needed more cooking. It's very raw. I don't know what flavour it is.
Oh, sadly, it looks like she'll be going home empty-handed. Last but not least, it's previous baking winner Philip's superb-looking courgette cake.
That is lovely. That's lovely frosted icing on that. That is very nice.
As Margaret makes her final decision, tension's mounting outside.
I am genuinely, I'm quite anxious.
You are?
Yeah.
I can tell by the speed.
Fiddling and talking and fiddling around and oh God.
Margaret reckoned Val's cake was a bit stodgy, but liked his apple icing, and she said Ed's was lovely. It's been a long, nerve-wracking wait, but Margaret's made her choice. So, how have you done?
And nothing. No. Nothing. Val. Nothing.
Neither of our boys' efforts has managed to impress Margaret.
Second. Yeah. First. Second.
Gutted. That's twice Ed's loss now.
Oh, what? Right, I'm going to try some of this then. Lovely. Is it?
Which ones were yours? The consistency is amazing.
Hey, not good enough for Margaret, though. First prize went to four-time baking winner Philip.
Did you win?
Yes.
Oh, well done. Congratulations. Good man. Have you entered this before?
I've done some baking in this competition before. Sometimes I do well and sometimes it's a disaster. And I thought it was a disaster.
Did you? Well, congratulations. Well done. I have to say, well done.
Ed and Val are keen to see what success tastes like with a cheeky slither of first-place cake.
Yeah, good cake.
Is it? Well,
very good cake.
And second place went to Ben's brother Josh. Whoops.
You must be very pleased. It's a very good cake. You've done very well. Well done.
Beaten by a schoolboy. That's got to hurt, lads.
Which one was yours?
Well, mine was this rather curious thing up here.
Yes.
With the oats on it, which was caraway and courgette.
Yes.
But I think you had a few problems with it.
Yeah, I didn't like it. It was a bit wet.
Ooh, ouch.
Moving on, because we know about Val's cake, how about this little beauty here?
Yeah, well, I love the flavour of it. I just personally thought the other two were better.
Simple as. Okay.
You said it. You can't win them all.
I'm not flushed with success. I'm awash with disaster.
You know, it's such a beautiful day, and I've had a couple of glasses of cider. It's taken the edge off a bit.
Beating the locals or each other earns our chef's points. 3 for first, 2 for second, and 1 for third. With no points today, Val's still on 1, and Ed's got none. Next time on Country Show Cook-Off, the heat is on for our lads as they head to the Fiery Foods Festival in Brighton, where the competition hots up in the National Chili Awards.
This is a festival of pain.